Top 5 mistakes people make when doing ring muscle ups. That's our topic today, and we're going to discuss that with Alex. Number 1 position is the false grip position. So whenever you're going to do a muscle up, starting position is false grip hang. Okay, so to do that position, you'll need to have strong wrist strength. Okay, that's really vital, and the best way to achieve this is by hanging off your wrists in that position and trying to build up that for time. I would say the requirement would at least be 1 minute before attempting to do a muscle up. Pull up needs to be nice and high, and you need to make sure you don't kip. So make sure that you don't put a bend in the knees. Don't throw your body up over the rings. It's really important that when you're going from dead hang position, which is where we're talking about that wrist strength, you're able to pull up high so that you can roll in. So you're going to pull up nice and high, and you're going to be able to transition into the deep dip position straight away. So that brings us to number 3, shoulder flexibility, right? You need shoulder flexibility for 2 things. I don't know if this is like a 3 or a 4, because your shoulder flexibility is dead hang position. You need to be able to open up your shoulders, okay? So if you've got really tight shoulders and you're in this position, you're not really gonna be, although it's a dead hang position, you're not really be open, okay? So you're not gonna be hanging straight. So that flexibility then transfers over. Once you get that transition, you need to go into a deep dip position. So when you do that, you need to make sure that you have that flexibility in your shoulder extension. I always recommend to my students that we hold that for at least 1 minute. If you can't hold that for 1 minute, you should not be throwing yourself into that position. That's really important, and you need to make sure that you've got good strength there.
So dips, guys. When learning dips in the muscle up, traditionally in the fitness industry, we're taught to only dip 90 degrees. But when you're learning the muscle up, it's really important to master that basic dip position, because when you're going through the motions of a muscle up, you're going to end up in that deep position from which you push to the lockout. So one of the good things to help you with the dip is to do dip holds as deep as you can, and also to do dip reps as deep as you can. Nice and slow controlled reps. 10 to 15 will suffice. So overall, this is going to improve your shoulder mobility and stability.
Number 5, guys, lockout position. I see this a lot, and probably the biggest mistake I see is people, they go do their muscle up and they get to this position and they're very satisfied with their muscle up, and they go back down and try and do another one. Okay, it's really important when you get up in your muscle up that you lock out. Okay, you need to lock and turn out. Really important. So make sure when you are doing that muscle up, just remember these 5 things, because when you do them, you're going to ace your muscle up. You're going to do so well with your muscle up. These are the top 5 mistakes I see most of my students make when learning muscle up position. Excellent. Woo! Okay, cool.